Come on, let me rewrite this. This is not quite correct. There we go, this is better. So, time to share. So, yeah, I have popcorn. Oh, this is doof. This is stupid. Let's, yeah, this is not what I was trying to do. Come on, give me this. Nice. Need to change this a little bit. I wish that OBS didn't insist on stretching all its windows out like this. I wish I figured out what is causing this. Anyway, this is better. Yeah. Indeed, there it is. There we go. Okay, I have popcorn. I have puyo. Here we go. Hi, Maddie. We're waiting for people to come in. And as we are waiting for people to come in, yes, it's Minna. Let's just play it in Japanese, because why not? I know there's an official English translation, but one day, Kabi and Al were playing together as usual. Ah, Kabi! You can't just eat stuff off the floor. It's not good for you. Spit it out. Good. Ah, really now. What's that? Oh god, here. I just realized Carbuncle had it in his mouth. Huh? What? Is it just me or was this stuff not here until earlier? Goo! Oh, Kabi! Okay, I'm doing terrible voices right now. I'm sorry. This is just me going. Where are you going? Wait, Kabi! Goo! The dialogue is not riveting in this specific game, and this is how Al once again went off on a little strange adventure. Hey, you! This forest is weird. I feel that it suddenly just appeared. Do you know anything about this? Oh, first have some tea. Oh, thank you. Ah ha ha! You fell into my trap. Oh no! Is it poison? Yeah. I don't want to read these. These are not that funny. I just want to play Puyo and wait for people to appear. This is like... Among Puyo games, this is the game that certainly exists. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, yeah, I still have... Oh, God, I still have Steam on, don't I? I hated how Steam destroys the use of the controller. There, now it works. Yeah, now it does what it's supposed to do. Steam, for whenever you don't want your controller to properly work. For whatever reason. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't want your controller to properly work, but they've got you if you for some reason are like that. Oh, wait, what? Oh, God, that's literally not what I was supposed to do. Whatever. Minna is a filler game if there ever was one. It indeed is. I hope there will be more people, because it would be sad if there was nobody today. I swear I usually am good at this game. I say every single time I play Puyo on stream. But yeah, Minna is very much just the I exist game. Sega proving that they indeed have the property. Like, yeah, we sure own this now. There we go. I promise I can play this game. I played Fever earlier today, but it's easier to play when not on camera for some reason. Oh, it's that scene. Maddie in the chat, I gotta commend your restraint in not making the stream called Robot Girl Has a Mushroom Brain. Octagon, yep. It's the Octagon scene. The legend. Look! Mushroom brains are great, but they don't- Hi, Wendy! It's so neat to have you around. I was worried you wouldn't join. I'm so glad you're here. I miss you. I need, like, people... Because I feel sad when people aren't here, because it makes me... It gives me power to share this tale with others. But yeah, right now... Hey, man, make love not war. Yo, I love Puyo Puyo. I forced my friends to play it yesterday. That's the spirit. That's what we all should do. Force our friends to play Puyo Puyo. Anyway, yeah, I will be streaming Stella of the End in a bit. Right now, I'm just waiting for like more people to join the stream. To give everybody ample chance to join. There we go. 8-chain. They all hated it though. That makes me sad. That makes me sad. You didn't do it right then. The thing is, Puyo has a really harsh skill curve. Hi, Zerili. The skill curve involved in Puyo, like, drives a lot of newcomers away. You kind of have to teach people to how to play it first. Because else all they do is keep, deleting groups of 4 without making chains. And that's not especially fun. The fun part is the art of making the chain. Early time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, that should do it. She says, "Don't bully." Princess Madeline, anyways, I was under the impression that this was less Sega flexing their ownership of the property and more. Here, this is to tide you over while we figure out what we're doing now. I mean, it's possible. Well, Cerulean gave me item. You know, all the time Cerulean thought Al has wanted to eat her. Anyway. Oh yeah, I can... So I'll do my usual thing and, do this. I should have gone the other way, shouldn't I? There we go. Oh. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh, wait. How many are there? Oh, okay, I think I can go with the whole name. That's cool. Yeah, I accidentally posted the stream link in the Puyo channel too. By the time I realized that it was a little late. Yeah, I'll do like 10 minutes more of Puyo and then I'll switch over to the main attraction of the day. The structure of this game is so weird too. Hi, Kikimora. Welcome! Is this your first time here? I guess so. Why? Well, because the rules change a little bit from this point on. We're using special point Puyo here instead of garbage Puyo. Special point Puyo, special point Puyo. Throw even more special point Puyo at the opponent when they are being cleared. Oh, that seems pretty convenient. But the rule goes for both sides, so be careful. I see. So, it's easy to strike back again after being attacked. Exactly. Anyway, you should practice it first. To get a feel for it. Kikimora looks extremely baby in this game, Maddie, that's why. Also, I don't know why Kikimora is the tutorial character in this. It's like such a weird choice for her. That like she was never known for giving tutorials before this. It was just a thing they decided to do with her. Possibly because they had no other idea what to do with her. Because she's just kind of a character that exists. Much like how this is a game that exists. Anyway, let's try to... Oh, wait. What did I just... That's not how anything works. I did a bad. I did a real bad. Anyway. Let's see if I can fix this. Ah, this doesn't work. This does not work at all. I do like this song though. This is like one of the best versions of the song. I don't actually like the Fever version of this song a lot. Oh. Well, that's not nice. Am I losing to Kikimoda in the tutorial level? Miracles. Okay, I'm still alive. For now. The Fever version is pretty squeaky, yeah. That's what I don't like. Okay, yeah, now this is another joke about Al wanting to eat someone. This time she wants to eat Skatodara. To be fair, he is a fish. But, no. We are not eating the funny fish man. What is it with Al and seafood in this game? Her thing is usually curry. Did I just... Wow. Wow! He's not even funny, I agree. But we can let him have... We can let him have that. He has nothing else except for the illusion of being fun. His sad existence needs to have some sort of benefit to the world. Wow, that got dark. This is a nice remix of the song, too. There we go. Gyobo Gyobo indeed. Gyobo Gyobo in pieces. Oh no, it is her. So, as always, this is a game I physically own, so the lawyers may not come and smite me, for I am legally allowed to play this. I have paid money for this game. That's sad. Sometimes you wonder, is it worth it? And I say yes, it is worth it. Not because this is a particularly good Puyo game, but because it is a Puyo game. And in my eyes, there is no Puyo game that is not worth owning. My mindset is that all kinds of art need to be preserved. Even the kinds of art that make you go, why though? And how? Or was this a good idea? Or was this necessary? Or this seems very confused. Anyway, goodbye, I'm happy. Oh, hi, Minotauros. I would also like to encourage the chat to talk, so I know if there's people there or if everybody left again, or... The thing is, like, YouTube analytics don't actually show me how many people are actually watching, I noticed. But they just show me how many people are actively engaging. And that is not very helpful for my purposes. And can be very confusing because I want to see who is ready for me to switch to the main program, which if people leave again because they think I'm taking too long, that is not the point of the exercise. There we go. You are here for the girl, that is good to know. But, there we go. I definitely need to close the YouTube analytics though, because they're very useless right now. It's sad because they also show stream quality, but they're also distracting. Anyway, after we clear this part of the game... Why does NoHoHo get this? I forgot this. Why does NoHoHo get this song? Who made that call? The Deadly Frog, I guess. Beware, the Frog of Death. You are not Witch, I agree. Only Witch gets to get this song for no good reason. Everybody else needs to be a boss. Here's my hot take. I don't even like Don Woody Gaioru that much, but he's still a better frog than this guy. Princess Madeline, speaking of squeaky things, Al's really squeaky in this game too. Yeah, that's mostly because her voice clips are reused from Sun, I'm pretty sure. Wow, from 2? I'm not sure if the voice clips are reused from Sun or from 2. I think they were used from Sun. Anyway, that's that. So it does seem like only Maddie is here right now. But if that is how it goes, let's have fun with Robot Girl together, Maddie. I've been waiting for quite a while. Maybe more people will come in as we are. Oh, okay, Randy, good to know. I told you I need people to talk, else I'm not sure who's still here or who left. It's really hard to tell otherwise. Anyway, here we go. Main attraction. If I can find the button. Oh, there it is. There we go. So I've changed the audio settings a bit. Okay, let's see. Now let us grab the script. So the big secret today is that we're going to do all of this week today, which is actually not entirely true. Because the other part of the secret is that this is happening because I did too much last week. I read one script too much last week. So there's actually not that much left for this week. And also, this is the last time we're having to do a formal analysis section at the end. Wait, hang on. Yeah, this is the last formal analysis part, because the last part we don't need an analysis. So we're just gonna be streaming for that. Yeah, it ended awkward because I did it badly. I did script 13.2, which I was not supposed to do already last week. So that happened. Let me just grab the scripts for some reason. Why am I so unfocused today? So, yeah, we read 13.2, so what we still have to do is 13.3 and 14.1. And the thing is, after 13.3 and 14.1, there's only 3 scripts left. 15.1, 15.2, and 16.1. So there's like 1 stream worth of scripts left afterwards, I think. 1 long stream. Which is, I think, what we'll be doing. And probably within the next couple days. Then I'll have some time to mull over the ending. So let us load. This is where we're at. It's interesting that we've already made so many saves, and there's still so many pages for saves left. They really expect you to just bookmark all your favorite scenes, don't they? So, here we go. Here we go! I hope you're all ready. So, are you taking everything you said about making Philia human back?
というよりは不可能だ。
It would be much more accurate to say that it is impossible to do it.
年金のネットワーク実体上に生じる自我を機械的に複写する手段が存在しない。人間のノーコピーが作れないようにな。
There is no method of mechanically copying the network created by the slime mold on which her consciousness lives, on which her sense of self and consciousness lives. Very much like how you cannot create a copy of a human brain. Princess Madeline, wow, you realize she's listening, dude? Yeah. ... Oh, yeah.
それに人間になりたいというのは彼女の初期衝動に過ぎない。AI から与えられたものだ。だがこの計画なら人間以上の存在になれる。
And also, this desire to become human is nothing more than just her initial impulse. And a standard setting bestowed upon her by the AIs. But this plan would make her into something much greater than a human.
どちらが尊いかと問われれば答えは一つだろう。
If you were to ask me which of the two existences would be more precious, I believe the answer would be obvious. He talked too much. Maybe the old man, somewhere deep inside, actually felt guilt for what he was about to do. Maybe he was just exhausting his entire vocabulary all at once here right now in order to suffocate his own consciousness underneath all the words. Hang on, there's a phrase here. But yeah, it doesn't seem to mean like Willem is a bad person at all. He's just... Yeah, he's just Willem. He's just Willem. He's very obsessed with his research, I guess. And with what he hopes to achieve with it. So... what does he even expect of me now?
誤解しないでほしいが、フィリア君は死ぬわけではない。自我は保たれる。
I don't want you to mistake what we've been talking about here. Philia is not about to die. Her sense of self, her ego will be preserved. So in other words, in other words, you are going to guarantee us that she will live an eternity in a living hell?
もしそれを望むなら、ここに留まって君が研究を担当するという手もある。いつの日にか、AI 型アンドロイドの自我を複写する技術を確立できよう。
And should you desire so, you could stay here and be in charge of all research done up here. Who knows? One of these days, we might stumble across the technology needed to replicate the mind and sense of self of an AE-type android. So what if we did that? That would only mean that there would be two Philias. It wouldn't change the fact that we've subjected the original to...
これは異形なのだ。現人類を救う手段は他にない。それも私が死んだら終わりだ。この命が尽きる前に感動状態まで持っていかねばならん。
Randy, he's just spitting what he finds to be factual, I agree. Princess Madeline, it's not your choice to make, Willem, that's true, and it's not Jude's either. I also agree, yes. I hope Philia will open her mouth soon enough. This is a great thing that we are trying to achieve here. There is no other means of still saving humanity. And if I were to die, then it would all end right there. I need to finish this project before my life ends, come what may.
フィリア君は人類復興の女神だ。
Oh God! Philia will be the goddess of the revival of mankind! Or the restoration of mankind. Oh God. We're going full Madoka! He's just here like, become Meguka. He's literally just here like, become Meguka. Become Meguka. Randy in the chat. Okay, Willem, calm down there. I I'm just saying. The tropes! But this just plays into what I said earlier with machines as deities in this world building. Then again, she's not really that much of a machine, is she? Because she is an organic being. It's just an organic being that has been created in a mechanical shell. Anyway, yeah. Princess Madeline, now we know who should get cast as Philia in an English dub. Oh, absolutely. I think Christine, what is her name? Oh god, I'm so bad. I'm going to look it up. Christine I'm looking at her up so I don't get it wrong. Okay. I can't even write it well enough that... Okay. Madoka English voice actress. There we got it. Christine Marie Cabanos. Yeah, Christine Marie Cabanos would be an ideal voice for Philia. I absolutely agree. She sounds very close to her. Nadine the chat. What is an organism if not a wet, fleshy machine? So yeah, this... Anyway, we are very close in Maguka territory here. This is very much Maguka territory here. Also, I want to just to note that he very much treats Philia with respect here, because he does use kun honorific for her, so he very much treats her as a person. He has been doing that for quite a while. He didn't do it from the very beginning, but he did it at the moment that he realized just how viable she was. Anyway, now that we've established that Philia probably deserves a spot up here in my row of goddesses, let's continue.
君たちにならこの価値は理解できるはずだ。
I am sure that you of all people must understand the worth of that. Of course it had worth. And it definitely seemed like a very effective method. However,
人類が復興できるとは思えん。
I don't believe it is possible to restore humanity.
なぜそう思う？
Why would you say that?
手遅れだ。もうこの種族は滅びの下り坂に入っている。
We are too late. Our entire genus is already on the downward spiral into doom.
それは本心ではないな。
I'm quite certain that that is not what you truly feel.
何？
What?
君は彼女に入れ込んでしまったようだ。
The truth is that you are far too invested in her fate.
それは違う。
That is not what this is about.
誤算だな。一度は家族を捨てた男がアンドロイドに思い入れるとは。
Oh, what a grave miscalculation you've made. You, a man who's once thrown away his chances at a family, is now investing so much thought into an android. I suddenly felt all the blood in my body reach a boiling point. But I held my emotional outburst down and bit my tongue.
なぜそいつを？
How do you know about that?
調べたのだ。依頼した後、私なりのやり方でな。
Oh, I did my research. After you accepted the mission, I have my methods, you see.
妻や娘より自分の夢を追った。
You left behind your wife? You left behind your daughter. You abandoned them for the sake of your own dreams.
俺は追放された。選択の余地はなかった。
I was exiled. I didn't have a choice in the matter.
共同体に復帰する努力を君は少しもしておらん。
You know? And yet you didn't make the slightest attempt to return to the community, did you? Princess Madeline, wow, that's kicking the hornet's nest. It very much is.
そんなことをしてどうなる？追放されたんだぞ。
And what would it have helped if I tried to reintegrate myself? They had already banished me.
家族が何よりも大事というのならそうしていたはずだ。
Oh, I believe a person who had valued his family above all else would definitely have at least have tried. Oh my god, this is awful. He's awful right now.
だが君はそうしなかった。だからこそ信頼できたのだ。
However, you still didn't make the slightest attempt. That is how I knew that I could trust you with this mission. Randy the chat, not gonna lie, Willem, you're not making a good case for humanity by making assumptions about me. That is so true.
亡くなったのは娘さんだったそうだな。会ったこともない娘にそこまで負い目があったのかね。君はそれほどナイーブな人間だったのか？
I believe your daughter died, didn't she? Do you really feel that haunted by your debt towards a daughter you've never even met? I wouldn't have believed you such a naive person. Oh gosh! Willem, you're being an asshole right now. I'm taking back what everything nice I said about you.
そうではあるまい。君は気づいたのだ。自分の選択が間違いだったことに。
Oh, but perhaps you're not naive. Perhaps you just realized that you've made the wrong choice.
仕事ではなく家族を選ぶべきだった。そうしていたなら人生は退屈になったかもしれんが負い目は生じなかった。
That you should not have chosen your career, but your family above all else. If you had done that, your life might have ended up being dreadfully boring, but in exchange, you would not be saddled with this guild.
ふざけるな！そんな選択をしていたら村で一生虫けら扱いだぞ。
Shut the hell up! What do you know? If I had made that choice, then I would have stayed in that village being treated like dirt for the rest of my life.
あんたは年を食いすぎて若い頃の気持ちを忘れてるんだ。それに閉鎖的な共同体で無価値とされた者がどんな扱いを受けるかもな。
Maybe it's because you've lived too long to still realize what it feels like to be young and inexperienced. But being and what it would feel like to be isolated within a community and treated like trash for the rest of your being.
あの村で家族を養うことなど不可能だった。俺の選択は断じて間違っちゃいない。
There was no future for me raising a family in that village. The choice I've made was not wrong. Absolutely not. Maddie, what the fuck does he think saying this will accomplish? We'll see.
であるなら正しき運び屋として仕事を完遂できるはず。彼女を引き渡すという形でな。
であるなら If that is true, then you should be able to fulfill your mission as a courier without the slightest doubt. You should be able to deliver this girl to me, as we've promised. The old man looked at me with challenging eyes.
どうなのだ
So, how about it? There was a sharp, piercing silence between us. Right. There was no way I could abandon my work. I had no choice but to give her over to him. So I desperately started searching for reasons to hand Philia over to him. Maybe for the recompensation. Or to open up a new future to humanity. Or because it was my duty as a courier. But I felt all these values that I've held so firmly within myself until now crumple away between my fingers into sand. Like a castle of sand.
ジュード、私は構わないから。
Jude, I don't mind.
フィリ
Philia,
人のためになるんでしょ。
it's going to help out everybody, isn't it? Dead again. I felt anger well up deep within my gut.
だったら、これが一番いいような気がする。
I think this is going to be the best solution for everyone.
人間にはなれないぞ。
This will not make you human,
人のためにはなるよ。
but it's going to help humans.
お前は人に近づくための本能を与えられて生まれてきた。
You were born with the instinct to be as close as possible to humans.
だからそう思うのは仕方ない。だが、命がけの旅をしてきて多くを学んで、その結果がただ本能の命じるままに自己犠牲なのか。
So, of course you would feel that way. Of course you'd want to help. But think of the journey you've gone on. Think of everything you've learned. Are you really going to just trust your instincts again? Are you just going to let them order you to make yourself into a sacrifice?
私は、
Well,
お前の自我は不完全だ。
in that case, I can't see you as fully self-aware.
だから納品はできない。
And thus, I judge these goods damaged and undeliverable. That was his excuse! His excuse! No real girl would be Madoka! Too good to be true! It's a good excuse though. The logic! Yes! I love you guys, but this is great. I took out the ray gun and pointed it at the old man. Since it was, on first glance it looked like nothing but a toy, he seemed bewildered for a moment. Prince Madeline, I called it. One bullet directly into the Duke's forehead. Yup! However, he soon returned to his serious expression. That old man was no fool.
そんなものを用意していたとは驚きだ。殺傷力はあるのだろうな。このようなケースを想定していたのかね。
Well, I am quite surprised that you were able to prepare something like that. I suppose that it does delivered that deadly force. So you indeed did plan for a confrontation such as this one, I see.
実に抜け目がないと褒めてやりたいところだが、それは全くプロらしからぬ非合理的な判断だぞ。最後の最後で心変わりとは。
I would like to commend you on your shrewdness, if it were not for the fact that changing your mind so suddenly before the very end is extremely unprofessional of you. And not to mention illogical.
言い訳はしない。
I will make no excuses for my behavior.
君ほどの浮き草ですら心変わりとはな。仕方ない。
Hang on, he used a floskel that I don't know. I have to look it up. Okay, I get it now. Oh well, I suppose I should have expected that this unstable alliance of ours would not prevent you from changing your mind.
素直に戻らせてくれるかい？
Will you let us return without any trouble?
そういうわけにはいかん。私にとっては時間的に最後の挑戦なのだ。
Unfortunately, I cannot allow that. This, for me, is my last struggle for my goals. I have no more time. The old man didn't make even the slightest move. However... What? Oh no! What? Oh no, what is happening? Is he hacking? Is he hacking into all of Jude's life support systems? Because that's what it feels like. Oh no! Princess Madeline, it's a good excuse and it's heartwarming to see Philia is such a good girl, but I don't know how I feel about Jude, how Jude got to this point, fair. I felt as if something was squirming within me. I couldn't breathe anymore. Fisho, you survived it all. Eloise, hello, what did I miss? Hi, you guys. Glad to see you. Princess Madeline, the surgery was rigged. Okay, so, what you missed was that, Jude, learned that, like, basically Willem was trying to convince Jude, by emotionally riling him up to just hand over Philia, by, like, haggling with him about his past. But Jude didn't fall for it, and Jude decided that he's gonna shoot, Willem. But Willem was like, yeah, you know, I kind of do want to do this, that this girl is supposed to be like the goddess of humanity's restoration. I've worked really hard for this, so I'm not gonna let you ruin this. So I'm gonna not let you just go like this. And now Jude suddenly, without even being slightly touched, is collapsing, so I expect that Willem just hacked into all of his life support systems. I felt something squirming inside me. I couldn't breathe anymore. Oh! What happened next was that I started vomiting blood. A lot of it. Yeah! Jude! My dominant hand went numb, and I felt myself drop the rifle. Oh wait, not the rifle, the gun. That's not a rifle, it's a gun. Prince Melon, Philly, you're safe, you're dead! Yeah. Maddie, oh, that's blood. Yeah, it indeed is! I immediately scooped it up with my left hand. But this time... But that was when I lost the ability to even stand. I went down onto my knees. I felt incredibly dizzy. I wanted to vomit. I felt cold. I was in agony, as if I'd suddenly contracted a terrible disease. Before I realized it, I couldn't feel my left hand anymore either. Since I wasn't able to stand, I placed both hands on the ground. But even that took me a tremendous effort. Gravity in this moon gravitational field was only 1/6 of what it should be on Earth. But even so, rather than feeling 6 times lighter than I usually did, I felt about 6 times heavier and felt myself pulled down to the ground. Are you okay? Hey! How damn you! You old cheeser!
君を治療装置にかけた際に体に極小マシンを注入させてもらった。
Oh. Within the device that I used to treat you, I also injected some nanomachines within you. Ah, okay, yeah, Maddie was right.
本来は治療に使われるものだが、その反対のこともできる。そして敵対的な感情を感知して作動するよう調整してある。
These nanomachines are actually for medical uses. However, they can also be used for the exact opposite. So I made some adjustments to make sure that I could act in case that you showed hostilities.
君が私に危害を加えようと行動した場合、それらは攻撃を開始する。
Randy and Maddie in the
最
chat.
悪、マシンは君を殺すだろう。
Maddie and Randy in the chat. Nanomachine, son. Hi, Bio and Storm. You came in time for our main character to be killed by nanomachines. They were rigged to commence their attack in the case that you would attempt to inflict harm upon me. At the end, these machines will kill you.
私が何の備えもなく身をさらすと思ったのかね。
Would you believe that I would be entirely helpless, and that I would expose myself to you entirely unprepared?
抜け目がないのはあんたの方だったな。
Who are you calling shrewd? You're the one who's deserving of that adjective.
だがこいつの引き金くらいは引けるんじゃないか。
But do you think that this is going to stop me from pulling the trigger? You have one gun, you have one bullet, guy! One bullet! I took the improvised gun back into my hands and raised it once more. Just that moment, I felt my head and my entrails burn, as if I had been struck by anemia. It was dizzying me. Philia, it's your turn. I felt all my strength leave me, and the gun fell back to the floor. So that was enough hostility that it took for the nanomachines to attack me. It was very clear that the old man hadn't been lying.
引けるかもしれん。だがせいぜい共倒れだぞ。
You might find it possible to pull the trigger. Why, yes. But if you do so, we will both die. You will go down with me. And in chat, I thought the equipment would take over and shoot. He doesn't have his own terminal. He had to use Philia's. The terminal was taken from him upon entering the facility, which probably was part of all of this. I was in incredible pain. But even so, I still stretched my hand out for the gun. However,
Philia.
Philia stilled my hand. She shook her head. Huh.
フィリア君、私の計画に協力したまえ。そうしてくれるなら、彼のすべての怪我を治療した上でマシンも除去しよう。
Please, Philia, work together with my plan. If you do so, I will remove all the nanomachines in his body and restore him back to full physical strength.
協力するので直してください。
I'm going to help you, so please heal him.
では、銃を回収したまえ。
Then, please pick up that gun.
Jude.
Philia squatted down beside me. She looked at me with fully understanding eyes. It was an amazing expression. And by that I didn't mean that it scared me. It just looked incredibly human. It just looked like the face of a normal human girl.
ねえジュード。ジュード も一緒に泳ごうよ。
Yeah, can't translate these were all voiced only. But you know that those were all like flashback voices just now. I felt all these tender emotions weaving together within me. They created a delicate, beautiful fabric. And the moment I saw it all before me, something extremely stubborn within myself started flowing like quicksand. My body was heavy like lead, but even so I had to burn up my entire life if that was what it took. I moved my arm. Jude!
そちらを選んだか。
So, that was your choice. It might have been improvised, but it could not be compared to the amateurish work that was once done in ancient times. This plan that I'd been devising many hang on. Hang on. 都市シーツによって先進させに It was a design that had been prepared for many years and months to be absolutely perfected, and was prepared with highly sophisticated modern materials. It was a true genuine article. Hang on. Its precision was on par with guns that were always meant for practical use. And thus the bullet hit, without straying, right into the head of the old man.
Kimiのような男ですらか。これで人の時代は流れ去るな。この目でそれを見ることがないのが唯一の救いか。
So even a man such as you could not do it, huh? With this, humanity is doomed to the end. My only relief is that I will not have to witness it with my own eyes. The powerful light that had been shining within the old man's eyes went out. Even though I had shot him straight in the head, it didn't mean that he would instantly die necessarily. It seemed that the old man's brain was going to die gradually.
だが忘れるな、ジュード。そのものはどれほどの知性を宿そうが、エワルドのためのハダリーなのだということを。
Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Okay, something is happening here. I need to look up some words. He's using big words that I do not understand. Okay. Huh? Okay, there is a... Okay. Okay, we are referencing, okay, I need to look something up. Okay. Okay, I get it now, okay. But shoot, never forget that this person as intelligent as she might be shall be the Hadley to your world. Okay, I need to explain this. So I looked it up. Hadley and Evolved are characters from a novel called The Future Eve, which it was originally published in 1886, first written in 1878, and this was the work that first popularized the term android. And you know what? I feel like it, so I'm going to read out the plot summary on Wikipedia because I did not know about this novel until now, and we need to know the context for his dying words so he can die a little slower as I read a Wikipedia article to you guys. I can't French. Sorry, I can't French. Villas opens the novel with his main character, a fictionalized Thomas Edison, contemplating the effects of his inventions on the world and the tragedy that they were not available until he invented them. Interrupted in his reverie, Edison receives a message from his friend Lord Evolved, who saved his life some years before and to whom he feels indebted. When Evolved calls, he reveals that he is close to suicide because his fiancée, Miss Alicia Clary, Alicia is described as being physically perfect but emotionally and intellectually empty. She will say whatever she believes others want to hear. Far from having any ambitions or goals of her own, she lives her life based on what she believes is expected of her. Evolved describes his frustration with the disparity between her appearance and herself, and confides that though he can have no other, she is so hopeless that he has resolved to kill himself. Great. Edison replies by offering to construct for Evolved a machine woman in the form of Alicia, but without any of her bothersome personality. Oh dear! He shows Evolved the prototype of the android named Hadali, and Evolved is intrigued and accepts Edison's offer. Edison reveals that he has invited Alicia to his residence at Menlo Park in order to set the process in motion. He then explains to the still somewhat doubtful Evolved how he will interact with the android and how natural it will all feel. Evolved then presses Edison to tell him why he created Hadali in the first place. Edison relates a long story about Mr. Edward Anderson, who was tempted into infidelity by a young woman named Miss Evelyn. His discretion brought about by the guile of Miss Evelyn ruins his life completely. His indiscretion. Edison then says that he tracked down Miss Evelyn only to discover that she was not as she appeared. Rather, she was horribly ugly and he was catfish! He was catfished! Oh my god, it's catfishing in an 1800s book, amazing! She was horribly ugly and her beauty was entirely the work of cosmetics, wigs and other accessories. Edison created Hadali in an effort to overcome the flaws and artificiality of real women and create a perfect and natural woman who could bring a man true happiness. Edison then takes Evolved back to Hadali and explains to him the exact mechanical details of her function, how she moves, talks and breathes and bathes, all the while explaining how natural and normal Hadali's robotic needs are, comparing them to similar human actions and functions. After the details of the android's functioning and construction are covered, Alicia arrives and is escorted in. Edison convinces her that she is being considered for an important theater role. Over the course of the next weeks, she poses for Edison and her exact physical likeness is duplicated and recordings of her voice are made. Eventually, Edison sends Alicia away and introduces Evolved to his artificial Alicia without revealing that it is not the real thing. Evolved is very taken with her, and she secretly reveals to him that she is in fact not simply an android, but has been supernaturally endowed with the spirit of Savannah, Edison's mystical assistant. What is happening? Hi, Sophie! I am reading a book that this is referencing. I need Coke for this. I need more Coke for this. Hang on, I'm finishing this after I got a Coke. I was gonna say it reminds me of Stepford Wives, but hi Bedford family. Okay, where was I? Edward is very taken with her. Okay, eventually Edison sends Alicia away and introduces Evolved to his artificial Alicia without revealing that it is not the real thing. Evolved is very taken with her, and she secretly reveals to him that she is in fact not simply an android, but has been supernaturally endowed with the spirit of Savannah, Edison's mystical assistant. So Thomas Edison is like a necromancer now, I guess. Evolved does not reveal this fact to Edison, but instead leaves with Hadali Alicia Savannah. However, before he can reach home to his new life with his new lover, Edward's ship sinks and the android who was traveling with the cargo is destroyed. So, what are you trying to say, Willem? Let me try to... But never forget, Jude, that she, as much intelligence as she may carry, is just the Hadali that was made for you as a world. She's possessed by a demon? I don't know. Hey, Willem! Princess Madeline, what the fuck did that mean? I agree. Eloise, you didn't expect Bordeaux levels of what the fuck, but here we are, yeah? Prince Madeline, any when you get back, can you put the name of the novel in the chat? I can, yes. This is one more reason why I typically don't read French literature, I guess. I mean, nothing against the classics, but... Okay, okay, before we continue, I'm going to read out the criticisms of this. Sabi, I'm getting the double experience today. Yeah, you are. Criticism. The Future Eve has been called stunning for its literary experimentation. Okay. The Future Eve has been called equally stunning for its literary experimentation and its virulent misogyny. It has also been discussed as a key text in the decadent movement, as a vital commentary on social and cultural ideas of hysteria in relation to the work of Jean-Martin Charcot, and as an important work of 19th century science fiction. The narrative nucleus of the novel, in which Edison dissects the female android Hadali, has been discussed as a critical link between the spectatorial gaze cultivated within the anatomical theater of the Renaissance and that of cinema. So basically, this is male gaze the novel. No, Maddie, we all thought this. Elo in the chat, I'm French and I've never heard of this until now. That's fair. Yeah, that's When you chat Ninny, I understand that I felt it necessary and it's ultimately for your stream, but this sort of thing might kill the current mood of the visual novel for the people here. I think we kind of needed that right now. I think none of us are sad to see Willem go. Anyway, Willem is dying. Willem just called us. I don't know, he just called. He just said something very misogynist. Which is fair.
人もマシンも惑わす。
Hang on. She is going to seduce both people and machines. He could have compared her to Pandora. That would have... I think Pandora might have been a better... I think Pandora might have been a better... analogy, but then again, Pandora would have been... I think comparing her to Pandora might have been slightly less misogynist and would have said the same thing. Anyway, let's it's an interesting note to end the character on. Anyway, let's continue. He barely showed any suffering. As he finally gave his last breath. As Willem finally gave his last breath. Okay, this is the first time Jude has ever used his first name. He's ever only called him the old man. This time he called him Willem. Princess Madeline, it's Willem's fault for making such an obtuse and pointless reference that Jude probably doesn't even understand. Possibly. Randy, I am sad. I thought he'd have been written better than this towards the end. A little bit, yeah. Sabi, the art violently vibrates between being professional and amateur, and it's giving me whiplash. As all of this was going on, not a single one of the androids moved even a finger. They stayed there on standby, and not one even turned their head. They were just as machines. But Philia was a miracle. She was a miracle that I had brought up. The Hadali made for a world, he says. A beautiful creature that appears to bewitch the people, but then in the end sinks into disappointment. Sinks and is lost in disappointment. A girl who leaves behind nothing but misfortune in her wake. I don't agree with that assessment. That is what I told the dead shell of the old man. She was not even a Hadali that was made for an world. She was just Hadali. Or at very least, I would make sure that she wouldn't be made for anyone in specific from now on. So, that Jude, applause for Jude. He just said that he just turned to Willem's dead body and went, yeah, that's misogynist as fuck, old man. Princess Madeline, it's fine, we all hated him anyway. Okay, next script. And just to make sure how many scripts we have today, because I am bad at this. The last one we're gonna do is 14.1. So, 13.3. Okay, we just did 13.3. Okay, so 14.1 is our last script. Okay, so 14.1 is actually the entirety of 14. So that's what we're gonna do now, subby scripts. I have the extracted scripts of the VN. It makes it easier to read because I can easier drag and drop the terminology into my dictionary. Maddie in the chat. Jude, you don't need to give credence to Willem's shitty reference. I still think that Pandora would have been a better comparison, but that's just my opinion. But they probably went with Hadali because Hadali popularized the term android. Sabi, fair enough. Also, the text blends into the background a bit. If it was just that, I could change the text font, but I think it's better if I have the text here in script form. I took together all my strength to stand up. I had already made my choice. There was no time to lie around whimpering.
Jude,
let me at least give you first aid. Much more importantly, we need to get back to Earth. We don't have any time. But we don't have any way to treat me right now. We'll just have to see how it goes. Listen to me. You need to look forward and keep walking until the very end. Huh? on? I'm going to show you how it's done. Now come. Prince Madeline, shoot, fuck it, we ball. Fair. I had to bring Philia back to the surface of the earth before time ran out. The control facilities turned out to be in a small room close to the station. This plane was much more simple. This place was much more simple than the station ruins we had found down on Earth. Damn it, my vision is blurred. Philia, can you read this?
多分これで時間指定するんだと思うけど、設定がわからない。
I guess so. I think you can do time settings here, but I don't know what settings to put in.
危険だが、やってみるしかないな。
It's gonna be dangerous, but we'll have to just try.
ジュード様。
Lord Jude? Oh!
お前は
You are... Oh! Is it our boy? Is it our boy? Has our boy returned? The leader of the androids was standing in the entrance. No, it is not. They all have the same voice. God damn it. It's the same one we lost. Look, I can't tell them apart. I'm sorry. Maybe that's weird of me. Because I'm a... I saw just the slightest bit of unease on his face, peeking through his facade.
公爵が動かなくなりました。
The Duke is no longer moving.
公爵は死んだ。取引は中止になったので、俺たちは帰る。
The Duke has died. The deal is off. We're leaving.
そうですか。
I see. Oh no, that's sad. It seemed like the android was meaning to say something afterwards, but couldn't find the right words to express it.
指示が欲しいのか。
Do you need... Are you looking for guidance?
はい。
Yes.
俺はお前の主人じゃないが。
But I am not your master.
よくわかりません。指示があれば伺います。
I don't understand what you mean. If you give me instructions, I will follow them. Oh, you looked at his number. Oh, that's why. I'm bad with numbers, that's why I did not know. Sub in the chat. Also, I can't tell voices apart. Though, if it's Akira Ishida, I might be able to recognize it with time. This is not Akira Ishida, I can tell you that much. sub in the chat. Shout out to the first 2 times I read a visual novel knowing it was a visual novel. It was this style and I kept expectantly waiting to get to a choice. People always expect it, but they usually don't have choices. The ones that have choices are like adventure visual novels anyway. Could it be that unlike usual machines, these units didn't have any need for authentication? Maybe all he could do was listen to orders, regardless who they came from. Or maybe he did have a little bit of a self-sense after all. I wondered what that must feel like. This was incredibly cruel to think about.
エレベーターは操作できる？
Can you control the elevator?
はい。
Yes.
おい。
Hey!
私たちを安全かつ確実に地上に送る便を設定して、生きた人間が乗るから、しかも怪我人だから速度には注意して、それから公爵の亡骸を弔ってあげて。
Oh God. Please set the settings in order to bring us. 私たちの安全かつ Hang on. Please set the elevator to settings that will definitely get us down there safely. Please keep in mind that that there's a living person on board and that he's wounded. So don't raise the speed too high. And also, please make sure to hold a memorial service for the Duke.
わかりました。では、設定から行います。
Understood. I shall prepare the settings. Prince Malin, is this the longest line Philia has had in this? I do think so. And yes, she told him to give the Duke his final rites. So the Duke is getting a proper funeral. The android input data into the panel instead of us. Prince Madeline, Philly's grown up so much, I'm proud of her, I agree. He seemed rather practiced at it. That made me feel relieved.
弔う手順を教えてください。
Please instruct me on how to give a dead body its last rites.
ジュード、知ってる？
Jude, do you know how to do that?
宇宙層にしてやれ。本人もそれを望むだろう。手順はここのデータベースに記載されているはずだ。自力で探せるか？
You should give him a space burial. I'm sure that's what he would have liked most. As for how to do it, it should be written in the databases here. Can you research that on your own?
可能です。ありがとうございます。
I can. Thank you very much.
あと、ジュードの治療って可能？
Also, could you give Jude medical treatment?
わかりません。
I am not sure.
治療自体にかけることも無理。ここに来た時に乗っていた医療機械があるけど。
Can you just put him into... Can you just put him in some medical device? There was this treatment device that he was in when we came here.
では担当の者をお呼びいたします。ただしジュード様に施された処置は特殊なもので、これは公爵が自ら手配したものですので、私どもには詳細がわかりません。
In that case, I shall call the one responsible for it. However, the device that was used by Lord Jude was a special unit that had been prepared specifically by the Duke. Therefore, none of us really know the details regarding it. Spike on the chat. Do you know the fake Mr. Beast meme? I do not, and I don't really care for Mr. Beast, I'm sorry to say.
できるだけのことをしてくれればいいよ。
I just have to pretend I care for Mr. Beast for the kids that I instruct in IT tutoring. That's all I do, anyway. Please just do the most that you can.
わかりました。
Understood.
全力を尽くしてね。
Please do your very best. I looked at Philia. I felt as if her entire form was wrapped in a veil of light. It was a warm light.
ジュードはカプセルに入る準備して。
Jude, you should prepare yourself to enter the capsule.
フィリア、俺はもう
Philia, I'm not gonna...
手本を見せるんじゃないの？
Didn't you say you were gonna show me how it's done? And thus she ended up threatening me.
自分で言ったことだったな。わかった。もちろんそうしよう。
Well, I guess I did say that. Understood. I'll do what you say.
ジュード、気を抜いてる。わかる。
You're letting your mind wander, Jude. I can tell.
一仕事終わったばかりなんだぞ。気くらい抜く。
Hey, I just finished a job here. At least give me a moment to breathe.
今抜いていい気なんてあるの？まだ帰れるかどうかはわからないのに。顔中血だらけなのに。
Does this look like the right moment to take a moment to breathe? We don't even know if we can get back down yet. And you're bleeding from your head.
プロの運び屋はこんな時油断するものなのかな？
Should a professional career really let his guard down at a moment like this? Bio and Stump, was their account over me previously seen in this chat, or did they really just jump out of the blue with this question? Oh, they've been here before, I don't mind. It's just a weird question, but I don't mind at all.
お前、また成長したんじゃないか。
Hey, did you get a little more mature again? Philia is queen. Philia is queen. It felt like somebody had suddenly added a sarcasm and irony function to her. And it was a rather impressive one at that.
成長じゃなくてきっと焦りだよ。誰かさんが急に変な緩み方したから不安になってるんだよ。
I'm not being mature. I'm out of my mind. Because a certain someone here is suddenly letting himself go out of nowhere. You know how worried you're making me right now?
だからジュードもちゃんとしようね。
Come on, Jude. Pull yourself together.
落ち着け。アンガーのステータスをコントロールしろ。
Okay, wheel in the anger status right now, please.
ステータスとかやだ、顔色すごく悪い。
Don't call it a status, you... Oh, God. Oh no, you look so pale. I could still feel the intense chills from the attacks that the old man had dealt me. Okay. But it was true that I wasn't feeling... Oh wait, okay, I got it wrong. The chills that I had been getting from the attack that the old man had dealt me earlier had gone down by now. But even so, with how sick I was feeling, I wasn't surprised to hear that I was deathly pale right now.
ジュード様、手配しましたので、医務室でお待ちください。
Lord Jude, I have made preparations. It is waiting in the medical office.
そいつとは会話可能なのか?
Yes. Is the guy there someone you can actually talk to?
はい。ですが、成長の程度は低いため、あまり思考は働きません。
Yes. However, as his development is rather stunted, he is not quite capable of forming coherent thoughts.
わかった。じゃあ、あとは頼んだ。
Okay. Then, I'll leave the rest to you. Because of my line of work, I had barely ever had to rely on somebody else until now. Which didn't exactly help me calm down. I was the type of person who just didn't feel at ease if he didn't have something to do. This is the sort of mindset that had helped me to become a specialist in my field. But once I was the one who had to be taken care of, it made me incredibly helpless.
待って、柔道を一人で歩かせないで。転んで死にそう。誰か一人か二人介添えつけて。
Wait! I'm not gonna let you walk on your own, Jude. You look like you might die if you fall over right now. Hey, could one or two of you maybe help me out here?
いらんいらん。
I don't need help.
黙ってて。
You shut up! Okay, we now know that Philia is in fact going to be a nurse. She's acting like a nurse. She's totally. This is nurse core. She's nurse core right now. Two of the androids came following Philia's order. The two androids, who could barely even hold a conversation, helped me back into the sick bay. Escorted me back into the sick bay, that's better. Princess Madeline, I wonder how Philia feels about this. She was so willing to step up for this, and Jude did that. She's not happy with Jude right now. That much is clear for multiple reasons. That is probably true. You're right. When in chat, on the one hand, it's the clearest display possible of what she wanted before, wanting someone who cared for her for herself instead of any obligation. On the other, it does sort of give up on the directive, but I think letting go of dreams and settling for something else that also makes you happy is also part of being human. That's very true. That's very true. I think this is really cool, honestly. I was dressed in that suit from before again. And then laid down in the capsule. The medical care android was the same one that had examined the old man before. He looked at my data. Oh. And diagnosed me with multiple organ failure of unknown causes. Well, unknown causes! When he told me that he could not fully cure me, I said to take whatever steps possible. Matter-of-factly, he proceeded preparing my medical treatment.
俺はあとどれくらい生きてられるんだ
So, how much longer do I have after this?
治療後、最長で72日です。
Highest expected lifespan after treatment extends to 72 days.
そうか
I see. Oh. Well, oh, okay. Well, that's bad. That's bad. That is indeed kind of a bummer. I was so amazed by this matter-of-factly response. I was so amazed by this blunt response that before I knew it, just blotted this out. It seemed that a underdeveloped android such as him could only follow orders and reply with frank honesty. He was able to say things that a normal person would have faltered at trying to say without the slightest hesitance. Because of this, I had one worry on my mind.
フィリアには伝えないでくれ
Don't tell Philia about this.
はい。
Yes.
問いただされても懇願されても一切口を割るな
Even if she asks about it. Even if she demands that you tell her. You must not speak of this.
頼む
Please.
はい。
Yes. It was a very machine-like reaction, but that alone convinced me that he would follow my order. Right now, I was grateful for this frank honesty.
ジュード様、
Lord Jude?
ん
Yeah?
私はもう公爵を見なくてもいいのですか？
Am I no longer required to look at the Duke?
そうなるな。
Yeah, I guess so.
では、私は何をすればいいでしょうか？
Then what should I do from now on?
知らん。俺に聞かれても困る。
I have no idea. And honestly, I don't want to think about that.
指示をいただきたいのです。
I require guidance.
なら、したいことをすればいい。
Then just do what you want to do.
したいことですか？
What I want to do.
何かあるだろう。
There has to be something, right?
したいこと。
Something I want to do. He shut his mouth and froze up just like that. He was an AE-type android whose slime mold brain had long ago clumped together, and whose growth had stopped. He was so very different from Philia, who, though she was the same build as him, had lived a real life and showed real emotions.
ありました。
There is something.
よかったな。
Oh, that's good.
公爵とお話がしたいです。
Oh no! No, that is sad! I want to talk to the Duke. Oh no! Oh no! This is awful! Help me! I am dying! This is not the laughter of a happy woman! This is the laughter of a woman who is like, oh no! Oh no! Maybe he didn't even understand the meaning of those emotions and desires that were suddenly coming up within him. What he just said made it hard to believe that he really was underdeveloped. Actually, maybe he had undergone some development after all. As ironic as it may be. Having seen the old man breathe his last breath must have moved something within him.
公爵はもう話せない。
The Duke can't talk anymore.
そうですか。
Oh, is that so? Oh gosh, that is so sad. It's like trying to explain to a puppy that's oh no. The capsule gave a notification sound.
準備が完了いたしました。輸送に向かいます。
Preparations have been completed. You shall now be transported.
ああ
Yeah. I laid in the capsule as the androids pushed me towards the station.
これはもらってっていい？
Can I take this?
はい構いません
Yes, I do not mind.
こっちは？
And this?
そちらは公爵の許可が必要です
For this, you would require the permission of the Duke.
公爵もう死んだけど、そういう場合はどうすることになってるの？
But the Duke is dead now. What's the procedure for that case?
私には分かりません
I do not know.
じゃあ、今後はあなたが臨時で管理して。
Well, then I guess you're in charge for the time being then.
かしこまりました公爵がお戻りになるまでそのようにいたします
Understood. I shall be in charge of this facility until the Duke returns.
だから公爵はもう死んだから永久に戻らないよ。
But the Duke is dead. He is never coming back.
え
Huh? Oh no! These poor boys! It's like you're telling the entire kindergarten that mom just died. No! Philia had just... It seemed that Philia had just educated that android. It was a strangely charming scene to observe. Maybe it was possible that at least a few of them still had room within themselves to develop a sense of self of their own after all.
ジュード、15分後に出発。
Jude, we're going to leave in about 15 minutes.
よくやった
Okay. Sorry, wrong voice. Okay. Well done.
フィリア様やはりそちらもお持ちください
Lady Philia, I changed my mind. Please take this with you as well.
いいの？
Really?
おそらくさほど重要なものではないはずですので私の権限で許可を出します
As this is possibly not a vital part of this facility, I hereby give you the permission within my authority.
それでこそだよ。
See, that's what I'm talking about.
あ、そうだ。実は公爵との約束で。
Ah, right. We had that promise with the Duke. I really wish she wouldn't be making these bizarre bargains with the guy right now. It really bothered me. So he basically she's going to take the money and run. Princess Madeline, seems like despite Willem's claims, it doesn't take much to help the androids grow. Yeah, I think he just really didn't try. He seriously, I think he just decided, yeah, no, I can't raise kids. I can't do it. I absolutely can't do it. Poor guys. But that was when I felt my consciousness fade. It was the same as when I'd come here. It seemed that while undergoing treatment, one was being put into a sleep state. I hoped that we would be back on solid ground, unharmed, once I'd opened my eyes again. Prince Madden, this music fucks me up, not gonna lie. I mean, we've gone through a lot with this music. Sub in the chat, I can't raise kids either, and I haven't tried either, but I'm not choosing to have any children equivalents either, that's fair. Randy, when you have enough of them working under him, it's probably easier to not get attached to any particular one. That's also true. Everything felt heavy. When I opened my eyes, I was in a place that I could recall being in before. It was the ground level station of the orbital elevator. The medical bay there, to be exact. I removed everything that was attached to my body and equipped myself with my usual equipment. But even so, my body was incredibly heavy. Even though we hadn't even been under moon gravitation for that long. This was really a lot for the few short days we'd spent there. I understood now why Willem said that he couldn't live anywhere else than in a state of complete weightlessness. I went out into the station premises. It was entirely devoid of people, as expected. Jude, you awake? Philia leapt towards me. Oh! She was carrying a large rifle she must have picked up somewhere across her shoulder, and on her waist she had screwed in that model ray gun instead of a hand pistol. How do you feel?
悪くないが、重力がきつい。
Not that bad, but man, gravity sucks.
びっくりしたね。こんな重さの底にいたんだなって。
Yeah, I was surprised. I had no idea how much weight there actually was down here. Princess Madeline, it's almost like you had multiple organs start rebelling against you or something.
戻ってこられたな。
So we really made it back.
だね。
Yeah! When I saw Philia smile like at me like that. When I saw Philia smile at me like that. I felt my own mood get better as well. It was strangely refreshing.
そうだ。来て。
Oh, wait! Come with me! Philia took me into a storehouse.
お前どうしたんだこれ。
What did you do with all of these? There was an incredible amount of goods here. None of these had been here that time we first came here. There were highly advanced machine parts of all kinds. There was special packing material that was resistant to degradation, and in which they were wrapped up. In other words, all of these were brand new.
端末がこんなにあるぞ。薄型に伸縮型か。
There's tons of terminals here. There's thin ones. There's even elastic ones.
なんだこっちは。軍用か。頑丈そうだが少し重いな。
And what is this? Is this for military use? It looks pretty sturdy, but man, is it heavy.
おお、こっちは腕に巻くタイプ。おいおい、こいつは。
Oh my god! This is the sort of thing that you're supposed to. This thing is meant to be. This is the one that is that. Oh my god! This thing is meant to be wrapped around your arm. And hey, that thing. He's Prince Madeline, I found all the good shit. June is nodding out. It's true. Philia made quite the apathetic face.
柔道、性格変わった？
Jude, did your personality change or something?
いや、こっちが素なんだ。
No, this is what I've always been like.
機械フェチ？
So... Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. So, you have a machine fetish.
どこで覚えたその言葉。
Where did you even learn that word?
なんかノリが軽いよ。
Hang on, I'm trying to figure this out, what she's saying here. Hang on. Okay, let me just guess at this one. It's just easy to pick up on.
だから舐められないようにしてる。交渉相手の前ではしゃいでふっかけられたりとかあるからな。実際にあったからな。
See, this is why I never let my guard down. When I show this side of me in front of somebody I'm trying to make a deal with, it makes it easier for them to take advantage of me. That has happened before, you know.
ああ。
Oh,
まさかこれステーションから拝借してきたのか。
She's seen the nod. Did you borrow all of these from the station?
78号から仕事の報酬として巻き上げてきたんだよ。
Nope. I took all of these as loot from number 78. You know, as payment for your work.
いや、仕事は拒否したんだから、そもそも報酬なしなんだが。
You do know that I've cancelled the deal, so I'm not supposed to get paid?
失敗しても報酬出る約束だったって言い張ったら通ったよ。世間知らずってちょろいね。
I just insisted that you were promised recompensation even if you failed. And he believed me. He's so ignorant of the ways of the world. You taught her that.
どうしたの？
Hey, what's wrong?
いや、いいんだ。お前はいいことをした。
No, nothing. You did well.
新装備を見繕わないとな。
Looks like I won't have to go looking for new equipment now. Oh wait, no, wait, I got it. Hang on. Okay, looks like I'm free to choose my own new equipment now. Okay, better.
手伝うから教えて。
Yeah, I'm gonna help you. So tell me how to do it.
ああ、これがあれば今後の仕事が楽に。
Oh no! Yeah, with this much at our disposal, jobs from now on are going to be.
どうしたの？
What's wrong?
なあ、お前はこれからどうしたい？
Say, what are your plans from now on?
柔道は？
Well, what are yours?
俺はさあ、考えてなかった。
I haven't thought about that yet.
なら旅を続ければいいよ。運び屋をすればいい。
Then let's just keep traveling. I think I wanna be a courier.
とりあえず町に戻って南部の情報を売ろうよ。結構いい値で売れるんだよね。
For now, let us go back to the nearest town. We can sell all the information we gathered on the southern parts, right? On the southern areas, right? I think we can fetch a good price for that if we try.
ああ、
Yeah. Princess Madeline, he's trying to avoid the subject of I'm gonna die in like 3 months. Yeah. Princess Madeline, you'll have to tell her eventually, my guy. Yeah.
決まり。
Well, that decides it then.
旅しながら仕事のこといろいろ教えて。
I hope you tell me a lot about this field of work as we travel.
そりゃ構わんが。お前いいのか？
I don't mind, but is that really what you want?
何が？
Yeah, why?
人間になるって話だよ。
What happened to wanting to be human?
だって無理だし。
Well, I already know I can't do that.
自分でもちょこちょこ調べたけど、公爵の言ってた通りだったよ。
You know, I did some research on myself. I did some research myself, and it looks like what the Duke said was right.
もし生身の肉体を作る手段があって、私の頭の中身をそこにコピーできたとしても、それじゃ私が分裂するだけだもん。
Like, even if we created a completely organic body somehow, and then copied everything that was inside my head in there, that would just be like making a second me, right?
まあ、そうだ
Yeah, I guess so.
な。でも納得できるか？あんなになりたがってたのに。
But are you just going to accept that? You wanted it so badly.
ちょうど納得し終わったとこ。この何日かでね。
Yeah, I'm already over it. I've been for a couple of days now, actually.
そうか。
I see. When you chat, as I thought, she really dropped the directive. She did! And I mean, she basically is a human. I mean, she is. What's the difference? Well, that was surprisingly easy for her. No, she'd just become mature enough to do this. Her mental growth had proceeded. And she had become flexible enough to accept compromises like this. That made me feel at ease, actually.
よし、東部に戻るか。
Alright, let's go back to the eastern areas. Yeah!
おや
Oh? After we'd fully equipped ourselves, we checked each other. Something felt off. It was the way Philia stood there, fully armed, carrying a gigantic rucksack lightly on her back.
お前もしかして少し背が伸びたか
Say, did you get taller?
119号が言ってた。
Yeah, number 119 told me about it too.
AE 型ってほんの少しだけ骨格が成長するんだって。
Looks like AE types can, like the skeletons of us AE types can grow just a little bit.
119号ってのは
119?
医療装置担当の子。
Yeah, the guy who's in charge of medical equipment.
あいつか
Oh, that one. Yeah. Oh, that was the one I was treated by.
ただ人間ほど劇的ではないみたい。
He just said that it's not gonna be as dramatic as for a human.
ちなみにステーションにいたのはみんなアップデート前だよ。
Huh? Hang on. I'm trying to figure out what this means. Hang on. Chinami ni station ni ita no wa? Okay, what is the update she's talking about? By the way, okay, by the way, everybody who had been in the station have not had their update yet. I don't know what this means. Let's keep on. But she is a growing girl, yes.
妙にひょろ長いのもいたな低重力のせいか
Some of them looked pretty long and spindly. I wonder if it was because of the low gravity.
ただシンギュラリティマシンと接触すればちゃんと大人の姿にもアップデートできるらしいよ。
However, it looks that you can actually have yourself upgraded into a completely adult form if you get in contact with a singularity machine.
シンギュラリティマシンにそんな機能があったなんてよ。
So the singularity machines had that sort of function? That surprised me. Right. Ryan's the music is going wild while Nanny's frying her brain. It's okay, yeah. So basically they can get like... Okay, I get it. So they can get updated to mature mod. I get it. It made sense. Mature AE-type androids could receive support from singularity machines. There had to be several hundreds of them somewhere on this planet. Spread out all over. Sort of. Sorry, or me. Taking that into account, the fact that Philia was possibly the only one who could receive their support intentionally, who could call upon the support intentionally, made her a truly unique sort of being. However, how could one make good use of this unique position, of this amazingly unique position? How could it be used to feed people or to help them protect themselves? I had to teach her. I had to teach her how to live by herself. Okay, I get it. Okay, yeah. So now he's going to spend the last 3 months of his life to teach her how to not die. So I think this is where we end for today. Let me check. Let me check if this is where we end. Yep, this is where we end. What's left is hang on. Yeah, there's 2 chapters left, and then it's over. And yeah, 2 chapters left. Wendy, I think section 15 is going to be them doing stuff that was foreshadowed earlier, like buying the right dress for Philly and going to some courier stations, and section 19 is Jude's death. Probably, oh gosh. Princess Madeline, we're so close to the end, it feels unfair to stop here. I do need to stop here though. By your own stump. Teach you how to not die? That's kinda ironic and sad. It is. But I'm tired out too. I need to stop here, so... Shall we analyze what happened? It wasn't that much because I read too much last time. So, I'm saving. Save するよ. Jude is gonna... Wendy in the chat. Now the real question is, when did Jude become human? Oh, that is a good question. That is a fascinating question. I know, Maddie, but we're almost there. Next time we'll finish this. But tonight I am dead. So, but first, before I perish, we need to do our summary. So, but I don't want to do it to this song, so we're going to the title screen. So, now that we started with less scripts than we were supposed to start with, because I am a genius, indeed, it started with Willem revealing that, yeah, he had no intentions of making Philia human because, as he'd said before, the only way to do it was to create a copy anyway, and that was pointless. Anyway, no, you're okay, man, it's okay. So, Willem was saying, like, basically they're just gonna put Philia into the space station and she's going to be God. She's going to be the goddess of the resurrection of human civilization. So, I guess what this means is that I'm going to Stella of the end, Philia. I mean, it didn't happen, but it still counts, so what I'm going to do now... hang on. This is important, I promise. Not really. But you know, it's necessary. It feels very necessary. At least to me. Eventually, so hang on. Where is it? I'm so bad at this. Not here. Didn't it properly save? Okay, then let's try this again. Sorry. Oh, it couldn't do it. Okay, let's try this again. Save. There we go. There we go. So, eventually I'll probably have a proper stream layout. Wait, did I just... I took Mal with her! She took Mal with her, that mad woman! There. So you go here, and you go here. This is not his proper stream layout now, but this is what we're doing for now. There. So we have like, by the end of this we'll have a, by the end of what? I will try to get like a proper stream layout with all the goddesses. Prince Madeline, wait, I'm one of the captured goddesses since I'm usually in the streams. Help! I will not release you! Hi, Green Tea. Hall of Goddesses +1, yeah. Anyway, let's keep going on. Okay, so... recap! They are up there, Willem on the space station, in the gravitational field of that is just the same weight as the moon. I am not good at words. And Willem reveals, yeah, he was never going to make Philia human, because all they could do would have been make a copy anyway, and that's pointless anyway. And he's just gonna put her on the space station, and she's going to be the goddess of the resurrection of human culture, human society. Jude tries to argue with Willem that it's too late for humanity, that human civilization cannot be brought back. Willem realizes that Jude is just acting based on his emotions, and batters with him and like starts poking at his past, how he left behind his family, and tries to bait him into doing what he did back in the car, except the problem is we are already past that plot point, which Willem couldn't have seen coming, so he doesn't know that we've already gone through that. So yeah, Jude is not gonna fall to that right now. Instead he just puts a cap in he puts a cap in Willem's head, but Willem does not go down easily. He reveals that he left the medical nanomachines that had been treating Jude within his body and rigged them to attack him internally in case he went up against Willem. Philia at this point is like completely ready to subject herself to Willem's plans. She thinks she can help people that way. She wants to just let it happen. But Jude is not ready for that, and with his last power, like, just pops, and that the Willem is. So, Jude is still, like, really grievously harmed. He's taken, like, multiple organ failure from this, and Philia takes, quick control of the situation, brings him to the sickbay, commandeers around all of the androids left, in the, Moon Gravity Space Center, commandeers them to treat Jude, to program the elevator, and as they're doing so, they are having some talks with the androids, and it's clear that even though Willem has claimed that these androids don't have any sense of self, they clearly do feel some confusion and lack of comprehension over what just happened, and are feeling somewhat lost because they lost the man who's been the center of their lives for so long. So they are kind of like stifled like this. Philia commandeers them around as Jude receives the news that, yeah, even after treatment, he'll have only 3 months left to live. He tells the android in charge of him to definitely not tell Philia about that, and in the process of that also sees that android having a minor existential crisis upon realizing that the Duke is not going to be available to talking or examining again. As they're doing this, Jude also makes sure to tell the androids keep asking for guidance, and Jude tells the leader of the androids to just actually, no, he tells the medical android to do what he wants to do, and the medical android wanted to talk to Willem, but he couldn't do that because Willem was dead, and that was sad. But anyway, Philia gives command over to the leader of the androids, who takes command surprisingly easily, which seems that there's quite a bit of hope, actually, for these guys. They can fend for themselves. I think they can. They are capable of way more than Willem thought. Princess Madeline, it's extremely corny, but I can imagine that Jude managed to not die because he acted out of a desire to protect Philia, not out of hatred for Willem, which Willem hadn't been expecting. That is true. That is, I do like that this story did not throw out any sort of optimism or like this story did not throw out any tropes that could have you like the characters for the sake of a cynicism, as happens so much in adult media. That is a trend I really don't like. People always act like, for example, love being portrayed as something definitely good is a weakness somehow of storytelling, but I honestly disagree, and I think the story is all the stronger for not desperately trying to be completely hopeless to the very end. When you shot Nanomachine's son, they kill in response to physical aggression. You can't hurt me without hurting a statue. Yeah. That's pretty much what happened, exactly. But yeah, anyway, so Philia talks with the androids, gives them orders as they commandeer the elevator, and Jude goes into anesthesia and they go down. When Jude wakes up, they are at the base of the elevator, and he finds out that Philia has managed to score all of the loot because she convinced the androids that Jude was still entitled to all of his payment for his job, even though he went and shot his his client, which usually would mean that he's not entitled, but I think he deserves some treats after all that happened. Philia would just geek out over all the tech, which she shocks her because she's never seen him geek out quite that hard before, and he reveals to her, yeah, that he usually tries to not do that because it makes people not take him seriously in negotiations. So they, as they do that, Jude notices that Philia has grown, not just in the sense that she's matured mentally, but also that she seems to have grown taller, and she explains that yes, she's also learned that like her her make-off android is capable of growing, but in order to properly mature into an adult, she would have to get into contact with the right type of singularity machine to get an upgrade, and that like all of the androids up there on the station had not been upgraded yet, which is interesting because they all looked way older than her. I wonder how many different makes there are, because like they all look like the same make. But then again, maybe that was just to save on art assets, let's be honest. So the last thing that happens is that Philia and Jude discuss plans from now on, and obviously Jude is like, I'm gonna die in 3 months, what am I gonna do? And he can't tell her that because he doesn't want her to be sad, but she says that she wants to keep traveling with him and wants to be educated to be a career herself, which obviously this is another parallel to Delilah and her father, which makes me even more convinced that Willem didn't have the full story about what happened between Delilah and her father. Yeah, Jude decides that he's going to spend the time that he has in order to teach Philia how to fend for herself. And also, yeah, we had also this whole, also to make sure that, like, Willem called her Hadili, which is, like, a woman from a novel, an android woman from a novel who was only made to be eye candy for a man. And that's not what he wants her to be. He wants her to be able to live for herself by her own rule. So I do like that the novel consciously took, like, I still think that, like, Pandora might have been a better comparison, but I do think the cleverness here is that they intentionally took this highly criticized novel with this highly misogynistic undertone and intentionally said, no, this is not what she is going to be. It was a shoehorned reference, yes, but I do like that they kind of dunked at it in that way. I do like that they kind of dunked it that way, honestly. So yeah, analysis. Let's talk about, I mean, we've already kind of started. So yeah, the whole, the future Eve thing. Yeah, as I said, I thought that Willem even brought up the future Eve was like weird in his dying words even, because I get it. It's very fitting because this was the novel that popularized the term android. But that said, usually you would expect Pandora to be named, because Pandora is like, honestly, when I read the plot synopsis, I was just thinking of Pandora, like that girl who was created from clay to be the first woman and the most beautiful woman, but she brought nothing but disaster upon mankind, and eventually opened up like the box that contained all of the disasters known to man, only to find the hope, to contain the hope at the very bottom. I thought that would have been like a good analogy too, but then again, like Future Eve kind of, after the Future Eve, after I read the plot synopsis, did kind of read like a Pandora story to me in that way, except one that is somehow even more misogynistic than the original in a way. I love especially the part where she's possessed by a mystical spirit. Amazing. Very android girl who exists only to be pretty. Princess Madeline. I was thinking of the Pygmalion myth, TBH. The Pygmalion myth is also is very similar to, yeah, right. What was the girl called that Pygmalion made? Oh yeah, Galatea. I wonder if Galatea and Pandora didn't have like similar like roots in how their myths were formed. There's a lot of these stories in mythology, but like Galatea and Pandora are like very cool. Oh yeah, there. It even says on Wikipedia that like there are parallels between Pandora and Galatea. So yeah, and I definitely see the whole Pandora and Galatea idea with Philia. But the thing is, like the visual novel makes a point of how Philia is not supposed to like just be just be listening to what other people say. The whole point of her is that she's supposed to be a human in her whole right. And I think something that's very interesting is, imagine this entire plot playing out, except Philia is not a female type, AE type, but a male type. Literally the only part of the story that would change is that one encounter with the tribe in the ruined city, in the ruined archaeology city. That is literally the only part of the story that would change, and everything else would be exactly the same. Philia is not really treated as a woman as much as just adorable, and much of the same stuff could have been done with a boy, which is something I think is interesting here. Oh, see ya, Novastar, bye. Which is interesting because we had like, not just here, but also in the forum, in the class forum, we had like a lot of worries at the beginning that this was going to be a very male gaze-centric story. And I'm not saying that this is like the most progressive tale I've ever seen or anything. And I mean, she's still like eye candy for the viewer. But like after the first couple of chapters, Jude doesn't really talk about the fact that Philia is a girl much, aside from the fact that obviously she makes him think of his own daughter and his wife. Princess Madeline, I guess what bothers me about the myth was, why was it brought up when at no point was there anything that suggested Philia was anything other than her own person? Well, probably because that's not how Willem saw her. Because Willem, you see how Willem interacted with his own androids. He couldn't comprehend that they were people in their own right. he thought that that had to be forced somehow. And honestly, I don't even think that Philia is like the only fully raised AE type. I'm sure there have been others, and there are others. It's just the world is huge. There's not much of an information flow between them. I'm sure if she searched for long enough, she might find some living undercover. When in chat, I think it was a very impersonal way of viewing her too. Yeah, he even was awkward about interacting with Philia the first time he saw how she acted. Yeah. Princess Madden, also Willem was claiming she was like that when Willem wanted to use her for a purpose instead of giving her her own agency. Yeah, he was definitely like projecting. He was definitely projecting like his own plans onto Jude there. I do think that. I do think that. It's also like, what surprised me is that it really was Jude who shot, Willem and not Philia. But I think the fact alone that Philia... I think it is good though, because yes, it would have been... While shooting Willem would have been like crossing a line for her that hasn't been crossed before, which would have been interesting to see. It would have also gone against her portrayal as somebody who fundamentally respects other people and who definitely wants to help other people. I think it is very important that even if she is no longer like a complete pacifist, that if somebody told her she could help lots of people, she would definitely do it. So that she is definitely still a very selfless person, and less so than she was with her white savior complex back in the Ecology City. Because now there's more thought behind it. That said, I do think that I do wish we had seen her more active in battle, but then again that would have probably not worked because she didn't have any combat training. So showing her active in battle without combat training, even if she was willing, would probably just have killed her, because this novel in general is like very realistic about how combat situations turn out. So yeah, that probably wasn't a way to have her be like just pure badass without getting her killed. When in chat, yeah, I was surprised about that too. I even thought that had been the initial intention, to have her shoot so that Jude wouldn't die immediately. As it is, I don't know why he didn't drop right there. Yeah, he's stubborn. I think that's just why. He's very stubborn. But the fact that, like, the damage is lasting at this point, I think that is worth something. Then again, the thing is, like, he's been almost dead so many times already in the story that at this point I'm like, oh, but now he can't get healed anymore. Now it's terminal. It's like he ran out of Mario lives, you know? He hit one too many Koopa shells and now it's Puss in Boots and he's on his last life. I like that movie a lot, by the way. Sorry for referencing a new movie. But I do like that it's also shown that Philia is very capable of taking charge of the situation, that she's learned a lot from him, but that doesn't mean that she became just like him. She's become like kind of a sly girl who knows how to use what she knows to her advantage and like let her charms play in a way to haggle. Like she's going to make a good courier. She's going to make a very good courier, I do know that. And I can imagine her going around and looking for other AE type androids to like pick them up and like kind of invite them in on her business venture. Princess Madeline, I wasn't bothered by Philia ultimately not being the one to pull the trigger per se. Something about how it shoot got to the point to when he pulled the gun out. I mentioned it earlier, and it's hard for me to put it into words right now for some reason. A few parts at the it's not badly written, but there is a little bit that is unsatisfactory. I will say that. It's hard to put into words. That's true. But I think we're also holding this book to very high standards because it's just been very well written. So we're having our standards set very high right now. When in the chat, to be fair, all other hits were external. You can't defend against an internal threat no matter how good your equipment is. That is true. No, I know you weren't trying to say it's badly written. I'm just trying to say it is impressive that we're even paying attention to these details. Because, god damn it, there's so many other pieces of fiction that I know where I wouldn't pay mind to these details. Because it's just because this has been so detailed that I'm paying mind to this at all. Oh gosh. I feel sorry for all the Gabriels up in space. I was hoping they would take them downstairs. And but I guess they are safer up there. I just feel sad for them. And also what if the station ever drifts outside of moon gravity range? If it drifts outside of moon gravity range, aren't they all gonna have brain damage because their brains can't take it? I don't want all the boys to die from brain damage. When you chat, there's still time. Maybe it'll show that Philia was in contact with them somehow. Oh god, I hope so. I hope Philia adopts all the boys and they are they're starting like a hippie commune somewhere out in the woods. A hippie career commune or something like that. But yeah, I am definitely glad that I have been reading this so far, and I'm looking forward to the ending. Even if, yeah, Jude is not gonna make it. We know the tone of the story. Yeah, Jude's not gonna make it. This is gonna end with him dead in the ground. Oh, by the way, I also want to mention the detail of, Willem getting, Philia ordering a proper burial for Willem. You can tell that Philia had, a lot of respect for him. And so did Jude. Neither of them think that he was acting out of malice. They both know that he wasn't acting out of malice. It's just they couldn't agree with his plans in the end. By the way, again, I was right. This really is just The Last of Us with robots. I'm sorry to spoil a 10 or something year old game, but yeah, this is the same way The Last of Us ended. It's really just The Last of Us with robots. The Last of Us ended the same way. Dude refuses to have his new adoptive daughter get dissected, so he takes her with him, kills the guy who would have dissected her, takes her with him. Even though she was completely ready to let it be done. And then they live together. And eventually, and this is spoilers for The Last of Us Part 2, and then he suddenly dies. And she has to deal with it. Princess Madeline, nah, there's nothing special about The Last of Us. It's dumb. Oh look, look, there's a lot that can be said about The Last of Us. Both positive and negative. But it is definitely a touchstone work of the last decade in a lot of regards, so it can't be ignored when another work follows the same general plot structure so closely, with so many similar themes and so many similar beats. So, yeah, it is The Last of Us with robots. I would say that I like this better than The Last of Us, though. Personally. Maybe that's just my anime aesthetics, but honestly, I just find Philia more likable than Ellie. And yes, it is partially because she's cuter than Ellie, but I also just generally don't find it really endearing when kids just swear constantly. Like, I don't like it when to have swearing for the sake of making something seem more realistic. I get it. People in real life swear, but like not to the extent to how they do in video games with an M rating. Let's be real. So yeah, did I miss anything? Do you think I missed anything, guys? For sure, okay, guys. Let's not cry at the end. I will do my best. Do you guys think I missed anything? Princess Madeline, it's fine that they used it as a starting point, but honestly, I don't give a fuck about The Last of Us, and there's really nothing that can change my mind. Fair, fair, fair. This is The Last of Us, Death Stranding, and Nier Automata all came together and had a baby. So, anything I missed before I end the stream? Because I personally, this is what I'm thinking of right now. Princess Madeline eats standing. I mean, I can do that. No, kidding. Princess Madeline, thanks for the stream. I think that's everything. Okay, for sure, you, Wendy, what do you think? Anybody else? What do you guys think? Have I covered everything? Or did I miss anything? Do I need to read the Wikipedia plot summary of the future Eve again? For sure, Ovo, yes, you covered everything. That makes me happy to hear. I'm waiting if Kaio and Stumps. I sincerely can't remember anything you left uncovered. That's fair. Princess Madeline, it's way too hot in my room right now and my brain is kinda melting. Open a window, please. Okay, I guess that's it then. Thank you all for watching. As always, this was fun. I am going to stop the stream now. And if our next stream isn't the end of this, then the one after it will be. It's below freezing, Nanny. That has never stopped me before. Anyway, thank you guys. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.